Hi everyone, it's Imogen and welcome back to Colouring Kids. I hope you're all doing well. In today's video I'm going to be sharing all the embellishments that I use on my colouring pages. So if you watch any of my completed pages videos, predominantly I do use embellishments on my pictures. I actually have a hashtag going on this month, which is embellishments in November 2021. There's a whole video on it, and also I've got a post up on Instagram. So I thought it would be really good to share my embellishments during this month. And I'm hoping at some point to do a colour and chat where I'm finishing off a picture and sharing what embellishments I use in the process of using them. So I've kind of got different sorts of things that I use as embellishments. And the first thing I'm going to start off with is something I've also done a couple of videos on, which is fine liners. So if I remember, I will link those down below for you. So I have a few different types of fine liners that I like to use, and I think initially when you think colouring with fine liners, you know, they're just used for doing tiny details, but actually there's a lot more to them, and as I explained in the video, I do use them in multiple ways. So the most obvious ones, which I think many people have heard of, are the Stadler or Stadler fine liners. I believe this is the full set. I did show this in a haul a couple of months ago and I found them for £10 at Ryman's, which is a bargain. I think they're usually about £35. And these are excellent. I really like them. They're my favourite fine liners to use in the sense that they just feel really nice. They last ages. I have this pencil pot that I keep fine liners in that I use quite a lot. So these are the Stadler ones. They are tripless fine liners. They have a triangular barrel, which makes them really nice to hold, and yeah, the points are lovely. I find that they don't wear down as easily as other fine liners, but they're so good. I love them, and they also have a good variety of pastel colours as well, so 60 is quite a good amount for fine liners. I also really like the Stabilo ones. This is a new 8-pack that they've just come out with. I always say just come out with, I think it was a couple of months ago, and the colours are really nice in this. But these ones are a bit different. I personally don't like these as much to hold and use, but they're just as good. And in this pack especially, they've got a couple of really nice unique colours. So yeah, these ones are great as well. And as I said, the techniques that I use with fine liners apply to all. It really doesn't matter which ones you get at all. And I think with fine liners, the quality for them isn't as important as, say, colour pencils. And the other fine liners I really like are the Arteza ones. Now they are called the Arteza Inconic fine liners. Again, I have shared them in a haul with the tin, but I keep them in this case, and these ones are a huge 120 set. You can get smaller sets, but I managed to get them on a Cyber Monday deal, I think. And yeah, again, they're lovely. They have a lot more lighter colours, so they're very good. And typically that's great for me if I'm basing, but you can also use them to embellish, as I do explain. So again, these are black barreled with the colour on the end, on both ends actually. And yeah, they're just really nice pens. I do like them a lot, and there are some very unique shades which I really like. So they're not all in there at the moment because I do have them all dotted around, and I've got quite a few in here as well. But yeah, they're just a great way to embellish, not in terms of a glittery way. All of the rest of the things I'm going to be showing are more glittery and exciting. So yeah, they're the fine liners. I have gone into more depth about them in my other videos as well. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to be sharing are glittery products, so mainly gel pens and things like that. So the first thing, which actually isn't glittery, which are a staple for me, are white gel pens, and my favourites are the Arteza white gel pens. In the past I've used Uniball Signo ones, Jelly Roll, but these ones are just my favourite, and they come in 3 different sizes. Even if you buy the 3 packs, you get 1 of each, and they're just really nice, simple pens, and they work really well. In fact, the 3 set that I had, I only needed to replace really recently, and they lasted almost a year for 3 pens, which is incredible. So these are just great for adding little accents. If you don't want glitter, if you're not into that sort of thing, but still want to make something look a bit sparkly or you know, a bit more interesting, white gel pens are great, and they're a lot more precise than trying to use paint. But if you don't want gel pens, I like gouache as well. White gouache is good. I tend to use that more in artwork, but it's really good to just add highlights. One of my other favourite glitter gel pens are the Pentel Hybrid Dual Metallics. Oh gosh, they are so good. These are very, very glittery. And the cool thing about them is that they are actually dual tone, so they shift when you have them on white versus black paper. So just as an example, let me try and find quite a funky one. Yeah, this one. So this is a green like base, but then it has red glitter. So the glitter shows up on the black. I'm not sure if you can see that there. It's so interesting. I really like them. In fact, I think I do have them swatched. I'm going to try and show swatches for stuff when and where I can. In fact, I'll just show you the swatches for the Artezas whilst I'm showing them to you. So as you can see, quite a few light colours there. Pentel Hybrids. Are they here? No. Sorry, just bear with me. This may take me a little while. Here we go. So these are all of them. So all of them up to silver are the initial set that they came out with, and then these 7 are the new ones, which I really like. They're called the mellow ones. I'll show them to you in a minute. But as you can see, they are different on the black versus the white. So this one, for example, is pink with blue glitter, but on the black it's blue. So they're just really interesting and very glittery. So these are quite expensive, but you can get the Arteza glitter gel pens as well, which basically do the same thing, I've heard from other people. These are the mellow ones. These are the lighter toned ones, which I prefer actually. And I'm really glad they came out with these because there's some gorgeous tones and more unusual ones as well. I do just want to highlight that. I want to show you a really cool one. Actually, I can show you on the swatch. So they actually have like more glitter colours. So this one, for example, is light violet and then metallic red and blue. So it's a violet pen and then red and blue glitter. So you have more than 2 colours, which is really interesting. So I'd really recommend these. Also, another tip, Typo also do glitter gel pens like this one. I think they're on like a 3 for 2 offer. And these are very similar. They do have still that kind of two-toned effect, but they're not quite as good as the Pentel Hybrids, but they are cheaper. So yeah, that's just another example really of glitter gel pens. I also have just a pack of glitter gel pens, and when you tend to buy massive packs of glitter gel pens, you tend to have some that are glitter, some that are metallic, maybe neon, things like that. This is just pure glitter ones. So it's a 48 set and you do get refills as well. Now my aunt and uncle Jim got these for me, so I'm not sure if you can get them on Amazon or not, but it's the company Tan Mit, and these are brilliant. I really like them and I've used them a lot. Again, there are some unusual colours in here, and I do find that when you get the bigger sets, sorry, excuse the clicking, when you get bigger sets of gel pens, they tend to have more unusual colours. So for example, in this set, there's some really nice muted blues and also some browns as well, which are really handy. A clear one as well, which isn't as good as the other clear gel pens that I have, but it's still great if you're buying a, you know, a bulk set. And I do have a swatch of these. Here we go. So these are all of the gel pens. A couple of these silvery ones are more metallic, but that's to be expected with silver ones. But yeah, they're just really fun, and obviously come in lots of colours and they go over pencil brilliantly. So they're a good option. I have this wrap that I keep various different pens in. My Pentel hybrids used to be in here, but I've kind of shuffled everything around, and I do need to find a home for these ones here, but at the moment I've just got them in my art carts, it's fine. So this set here are metallics and glitters. These are the Uniball Signos. So these are very similar to the other Uniball Signos, well, the more common ones, like the gold, which isn't in the set actually. The gold one here, these are kind of the fine tipped. I think they're 1mm. Could be wrong. But yeah, this is the gold one. They're fantastic. They flow really well, and I love them. My favourite glitter gel pen from Uniball, though, is the silver one, which you don't get in this big set, but it's so good. It's so sparkly, goes over everything. This is probably the most glittery silver gel pen that I have, and I buy loads of these. So yeah, you've got some metallics, some glitters. And then this was a random one, actually, a Pentel hybrid that I found, which is really interesting. It's like a neon orange with gold glitter. It's a really fun one. Randomly found it at a stationery shop. But from the same stationery shop, I got these Pentel Metallics, which I think are the only ones you can get. I could be wrong. Actually, I think you can get a gold and a silver, but I didn't feel the need to get those ones. But these are actually different shades to the other ones, so they complement the set really well. Again, same idea, just metallic gel pens. And when we were in America a couple of years ago, I got a couple of Jelly Roll Stardusts. I don't have all of the Jelly Roll range. I would love to, but they are very expensive. My particular favourites, though, are the Stardust and the Jelly Roll Glaze. I haven't tried any of the metallics apart from gold and silver, and there are also some other shifting ones which look amazing, but as I said, the massive set is very expensive. You can buy them in smaller packs though. But anyway, these Stardust ones are the glittery ones, which are fabulous. They are just amazing. I would say it's very hard because the Pentels are still very glittery, but these are amazing. I'd say that they're probably my favourite. Yes, these Glaze pens. Let me find you the clear one. This one is my favourite Glaze pen because it goes over anything. Sorry, it's not. Yeah, there we go. It wasn't in focus then. It just goes over anything, and it's fantastic. If you want, I don't know, wings of a butterfly to look shiny, or glass, anything like that, it's amazing. I also have a blue and a grey as well. A couple more gold and silver gel pens, and these are, I don't really like them. These are the Stabilo metallic fibre tip pens. They're quite odd. They're like a felt tip, and they're metallic, and they go down metallic, but when they dry, they're not really shiny as much as I thought they would be. But they were good to try, and I still use them every now and then. So that's kind of what I keep in here. I don't use these things as much. In general, when I use glitter, I tend to go for clear things that will go over everything. But I do use, I'd say, the Tanmit gel pens quite a lot for small accents. The other glittery product I have are these Spectrum Noir brush pens. I was very kindly sent these by Sue, and these are fantastic. They are so shimmery. I started out with Wink of Stella pens, and very similar to this, and when they ran out I got the clear Spectrum Noir one instead and really liked it, and I'd never tried any of these coloured ones before. So yeah, as I said, Sue very kindly sent them to me. I will show you a swatch. So there are, I think, about 5 or 6 sets of these. I definitely have them in here somewhere. Yeah, these. So these are my 2 sets. We've got the Coastal Cottage one and the Vintage Tones. I especially love these colours here. I think they're gorgeous. Unfortunately, my Magnolia one did leak, so I had to get rid of it. But they're just beautiful. Really, really gorgeous. And so shiny. So effectively what you get with these is kind of like a water brush coloured pen, but just with glitter in as well. So yeah, they're fantastic. And I think if you are using them on double-sided pages, probably best to use fixative with them, just because they do spread. I have found. I use them on cards quite a lot though. I really like using these for cards or hand lettering. So yeah, they are those, and as I said, the clear one is great as well. Sorry, I need to make sure I keep my swatch book out. So moving on to a couple more single gel pens that I don't think I've shown. I really like the gold and silver jelly rolls. So these are the only metallic ones I have. The gold is my particular favourite because it's a bit more bronzy than your traditional yellowy gold. So this is my favourite gold that I use on pretty much everything. I hope I have a spare somewhere because this one's running out. No, I think I do. I've shown you the glaze, I've shown you that. Yeah, and this. So this is the clear jelly roll Stardust. So this is my favourite clear glitter gel pen. It's amazing. Again, it goes over everything. So if you're a beginner and you haven't really come across embellishments before, I'd really recommend these two. Definitely. And maybe a glaze pen as well. Oh, sorry for the shadow, by the way. Okay, moving on to my paint pens. So I think Poscas are probably the most well known. I have a few. I don't have all of the range again because they just are very expensive. A couple of these are running out, but these are examples of different sizes that you can get. So the most typical size is the very thin ones. And these aren't my favourite because they tend to be a bit scratchy and they don't flow as well. My favourite are the PC3M. Which have a point to them, but they're a little bit thicker. So they're fantastic. You can also get larger bullet tips like the 5M and even bigger ones like chisel ones. So there are kind of a couple of sizes. And again, the white one's great. Because it is acrylic though, it's more of a watered down white. So it's not as opaque as a gel pen in my opinion. I don't have all of the pens in here at the moment, but this is a set I have, the pastel ones. These are with the smaller tip, and in hindsight, I didn't really know what they would be like, so I should have got a thicker tip, but they're still great. And I really like using them. I used them a lot when I first got them especially. So in this set we have white, light blue, light pink, aqua green, glacier blue, sunshine yellow, apricot and lavender. Sorry, I can barely see that because it's ripped. But yes, they are brilliant. And then I also have the glitter Poscas. Again, I think I have swatches of these. I'll show them in a minute. These do have the tip that I prefer. Yeah, the 3M. Ooh, and again, I got these for my birthday. Oh, just give that a shake. So yeah, they've got a nice tip to them and very shimmery sticker there, so you know exactly what they are. So again, there are tons of different colours and they are expensive, but you can get them singularly. So, you know, they're always a good option if you want to just try something out. So again, I'll show you swatches of these. This swatch book is such a mess. I've said about redoing swatches, but at this point it's kind of pointless because I'll spend so much time swatching and then not, you know, using that time to colour. Here we go. So we've got the glitter ones and the pastel. Over time, these obviously have got less glittery, but they're still really lovely and, you know, nice colours as well. So they're the Poscas. The only other paint pens I have, which I'm very excited to show you, and I have done a review on, are the Gravy paint markers. As I said in my review, I think these are just as good as Poscas. The tip is fantastic and they're not too scratchy. They flow really well, and also because the barrel is see-through, you can see the paint. So when you shake them, you can see by shaking it what colour is going to come out. So yeah, they've got a slightly different tip, which is really nice because it means you can do calligraphy with them, because you can draw on its side or do the point. And yeah, they're amazing. This is obviously a bigger set than the one I have. Well, the ones I have from Posca, sorry. This is a 28 set. Oh no, they're coming out. Yeah, there we go. So these are all of the colours you get. I did mention in my review I would love if they branched out and did maybe a couple more lighter colours, just because I feel like that's probably where they're lacking at the moment. But they have some really unusual colours again, you know, these really nice tan colours. Their gold and silver are quite shimmery as well. So I was really impressed with them, and I've been using them a lot lately. So they are the other acrylic paint markers I have. Okay, so moving on to Shimmery Paints, and also before I show them, I have one more shimmery thing to show you. These are the Jane Davenport palette pastels, and these are the Mineral Eyes ones. You can get, again, I think 4 sets of these, but these were the ones I was particularly interested in, sorry, because they are shimmery, and you can use them as a base for colouring, but I really like them to go over things sometimes. So you can't really see, but on the black they show up slightly differently than what they are on the white, which is really interesting. And yeah, they're basically an eyeshadow, so if you don't want to spend lots of money, I mean, these I think are about £15. If you have eyeshadow lying about, I'm pretty sure it would do the same sort of thing. I know before colouring was kind of a huge thing, people did used to use eyeshadow a lot for backgrounds, and it looked really effective, especially if you do have a couple of pearly ones, because I think there's mica powder in these, and I'm sure there must be something similar in eyeshadow. So, you know, maybe see what you have lying around and give them a go. But these are really interesting. I don't use them nearly enough, but they are very fun to use when I do use them. In fact, I did use them recently on a mythographic page. It was really fun. So again, there's something fun. And then the paints. Oh, I love them so much. So we have the ones which, again, I think are very, very popular. We have the Calero Paints. So I'll just get the swatches for you. Oh, I don't think I've swatched the newest ones that I've got, although I did get them ages ago. They're in my January haul if you're interested, the other ones that I got. So I got these last year for my birthday from my uncle, aunt and cousins, and I love them. Now this set is a bigger set because it's 12, but they're minis, which I really like because these take ages to use anyway. I've used these a lot and you can barely tell. So if you're looking for a starter set for Calero Paints, I'd recommend this one because you get 12 colours for the same price as getting 6 big ones. So yeah, they're great. I'm not sure if you can take these out actually. No, I don't think you can because they're the minis. But they're just gorgeous. Again, I've swatched them on white and then a darker card. And lots of these ones in particular are pearlescent because they are white with a shift of the colour. So these ones here are the actual colour with the mica powder, whereas these ones are clear with the shift colour. So can you see in the light they're kind of a plain colour, and then you see the different colours shifting. Might be quite hard to see. This blue one's quite easy to see actually. It's clear and then it's blue. So yeah, they're lovely. Oh, I just love them so much. I also bought 6 the start of this year from the Paper Story website, and if you're going to get one paint from Calero, I would wholeheartedly recommend Stardust. This one is a clear glitter paint, and once it's dry, it's set in the paper. It stays where it is and it doesn't move, which is fantastic. I've used this so much for fairy wings, you know, other glittery aspects that I want to use for pages. And I mean, you can see I've made quite a big dent in that, and that just shows how much I've used it. But I really do love it. So yeah, I chose these 6 colours. I'm hoping at some point to kind of grow my collection and get a few more to add to this, but you can buy the tins as well. They're not too expensive and they're very easy to just pop in and out as well. So yeah, I love them. They are expensive. The individual big paints are about £4 each, so you know, they are an investment, but if you love glitter, definitely would recommend. And then the final thing I have to share with you is new to me, and I will be sharing them in my upcoming haul. They are very exciting. So I was contacted, or I mean, kind of we're continuing our collaboration from Graby to have a look at one of their new products. And with my reviews, what I've said is because I am busy, it's difficult for me to do loads and loads of videos. So what I'm going to be doing is just sharing any future review products just quickly in hauls instead, so that you can still see the products, but you know, I don't have to spend loads of time doing videos that I don't really have time for. So the product is the 36 watercolours, but these are the shimmery ones. So I wanted to get them to compare with the Caleros, and I'm really impressed with them. So I've actually moved them out of this tin, and I'll show you what I've done in a minute. But this tin, I didn't really like the packaging. This was the only thing that I felt they could improve upon, because it came in plastic trays like this, with some things that you don't really need, I guess. But the only thing I did really like was the water brush, so I've kept that. But this is the swatch of them. So you get 36 shimmery paints, and this set retails for about $30, I think. So it's less than $1 for a paint, and they are small. I don't even think I think they are half pans. But they're just lovely. So I'll show you what I've done with them. So I got this tin for my birthday, which actually had some money in for driving lessons. But this tin I've now put them in. So I'm so excited. So here's the swatch again, smaller scale. And this was kind of a DIY experiment for storing these. So I managed to fit all of the small pans in here by attaching them to double-sided tape on the tin, and yep, they don't fall out. They're absolutely snug in there, and I love them. They just look so yummy, don't they? I mean, they're gorgeous. So obviously, you know, you're not getting as much paint, but with any glitter paint, like metallic paint, they take ages to use anyway, bearing in mind that you're probably only going to be using these for embellishments on pictures. So they really do last a long time, and I think for a starter set, the fact that you get 36 is amazing. So yeah, it was just good to kind of compare them with the Caleros, and I think they are pretty much just as good as them. There are a couple in here that are a little more glittery than others, like this gold one here. There's a blue as well that's quite glittery. But I think, you know, they're very good if you want to just test out what glitter watercolours are. But if you are after more expensive quality ones, then I'd say go for the Calero. But they're both fantastic, and I'm so happy that I've kind of got these in a really nice snug container now. So that's everything that I have to share with you. I'm so out of practice with videos. My throat is very dry, but I don't know whether that's just because I'm coming down with a cold or not. I've been very fortunate. I haven't had one yet, and usually I have one in September, so touch wood, I won't get one over the next coming weeks, because I just don't need that when I've got concerts and things coming up. Anyhow, I'm waffling. Yeah, that's pretty much everything. I really hope you enjoyed watching. Again, if you have any questions about anything, feel free to drop me an email, leave me a comment. You can DM me on Instagram as well. But yeah, everything will be down below. If I remember, I will put links to those Fineliner videos for you, and any other embellishment videos that I've done in the past. But yeah, that's everything from me. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Bye!